Hello, everybody. This is Rev Sue Frederick, and today is our Angel Patreon group, and I'm so excited. So let's pray in. Let's take a breath. Close your eyes. Inhale with me. And again, and again. And today we ask the angels to lift us into their loving, nurturing assurance that all is well with the world and all is well with our souls. We know that the angels see this human experience from a much higher perspective of wisdom, understanding, love. And so when we ask to be lifted, they bring us into their glorious view where we remember that the light always wins and the light is greater than any darkness. And so it is. So let me admit somebody here. How are you all today? So, hey, Annette.
No, I just wanted to say, well, very well.
Good, good, good. So I'm going to read a question, a message from the angels, and then I want you all to step in and ask your questions. Um, so here's one that I got this week that I thought was pertinent to most of us, and it says, what can I do to feel the angels with me when I'm deep in my grief and feel very alone? I think we all have had those moments when we're so deep in our pain, our grief, our loss, our hurt that we feel we can't reach those higher perspectives, those higher levels where the angels live. And that's the human dilemma. You know, how do we live and walk in this earth world that definitely has heavy, draining emotions in them, painful grief, etc., and still have access to the angelic realm? Well, we can, but it takes a little bit of a focus. So, for example, when we're in our deep pain, the human mind wants to just keep feeding us so much negative, message like, oh, well, you're in this all alone. Nobody can help you, or you really messed this up, or your loved one is gone. You'll never see or hear from them again. Those are all human mind messages, and they diminish us and they diminish our true wisdom of our higher soul. So, in the moment when you become aware, wow, my human mind is really playing a game with me, that's when you take a breath again with me. Even just taking that breath, you begin to feel that lifting of frequency. And then you intentionally ask, angels, lift me, love me, help me, heal me. And even when you don't feel belief in those words, you just keep repeating them. And that's the key because we will have days where we will feel hopeless and lost in our human pain. But if we can just keep saying, angels, help me, heal me, love me, lift me, show me your presence, lift me into the love, and just repeat it, we just get lifted to that higher frequency. And you feel a different perspective filtering into your human mind. You're always going to have that grief, you're going to have the human experience, but now you're like, well, oh, I just got this idea. What if I did a little bit of automatic writing with my departed loved one? And you sit down and start doing that, and suddenly you feel the direct presence of your departed. Or what if you get a message from the angels that says, hey, get up and go outside for a minute, walk around, feel the presence of beauty, feel the presence of nature. You know, even any little nudge like that is the angels trying to help us shift this frequency. And we have free will here, and that's good and bad, you know. I mean, we can be very stubborn and locked in our pain and our negativity for as long as we want to. That's our human experience. But the very moment that we say, help me, lift me, love me, there's an instant shift because that is the angel's job. It is their job to lift us up to that love, to that grace, to that higher perspective. And let me read this other question that I got this week. When I'm scared and I pray to the angels for help, how exactly do they help me? Or how exactly do they fix the world? That's a good, pertinent question. So, when we're scared and we ask for help, the angels are not going to rewrite your soul's plan. Your soul's plan was written with extraordinary guidance from the higher beings, from the God source, and in agreement with your loved ones, including your departeds. And so that plan, the angels are not going to rewrite it. But what the angels can do for us is lift us up to see it with more understanding and wisdom and walk through it with more grace and ease. So think of it this way. If my husband dies when I'm 29 and I'm angry at the world and feel that there's ridiculous suffering and no reason for it in this earth world, I can hold on to that for as long as I want and see where that belief takes me. And I did. And I saw that it just took me completely down a negative hole of cynicism, and misunderstanding the goodness, refusing to see the goodness. But the minute I began to open my heart again and ask for a different view, that's when I began to understand it from a higher perspective that there's always a divine order in place. There's always a soul plan and a soul agreement that for our highest good, not to punish us ever, but to help us awaken, evolve, grow, and really step into unconditional love while we're here on earth. So we're each dancing between those two, and our free will can take as long as we possibly want. It's kind of like, how long do I want to live in this suffering with no help? Well, let me see here. I can be pretty stubborn. I'll do it for a pretty long time until I just can't do it anymore. And then I'll agree to begin to see it in a different perspective. But I tell you what, even in our final breaths in our bodies here on earth, we still have that choice that we can shift into the higher perspective before we leave the lifetime. Many times when people are crossing over, and if they're suffering, they're going through cancer or Alzheimer's or some other lingering illness, what's actually happening is their soul is using those final days, hours, and minutes to leave the body, get that higher inspiration, come back into the body, and kind of achieve that attainment of merging with the higher soul while still in the physical body. So there is always a process happening beyond how we see things in the physical world. Let me read one channeled message for you here. Dear beloved, your cries have never gone unheard. We have wrapped unconditional love around you during sleepless nights and walked before you to clear your path. You are seen, you are cherished, and you have never been alone, not for one breath, not for one heartbeat. Now open your awareness to us. We are here beside you. Just feel that sweetness. And it's not a cerebral thing. It's really a feeling of sweetness, of love. It's kind of like when you see a baby and you suddenly feel this, oh my goodness, all your mind stuff goes away and your heart opens. That's kind of how it feels when the angels are lifting you up. It just brings you back to that sweetness, to that innocence, to that state of goodness. I wanted to read one more thing and then I'll definitely be quiet and open it up for us. Um, In my Seven Stones class, which has been so great. I know many of you are in that class with us. It's been such a fabulous class. But one of the most important stones we've covered is stone three, disappointment in the world, because everybody, no matter what our political beliefs are really upset about the world. I mean, yesterday I was getting my hair blonded up, as you can see, with my hairdresser, and she's in her early 30s, and just like my children in their early 30s, they are so disillusioned by the world. They are so stressed by the world. And my beautiful hairdresser friend was telling me, yeah, my nervous system is just on tilt 24/7. And that's what my kids tell me. And they're in their early 30s. And I feel like the consciousness speeding up so quickly now in our collective to try to rebirth us into a new level. It's very challenging, and everyone is feeling this. And so here's a um, disappointment in the world emerges when we feel disillusioned by the world around us. It's easy to believe the world is broken, but this is a call to awaken to a higher truth. From the soul's view, we came here during these times to be bringers of light, not to despair, but to illuminate. This section, this stone, teaches us to shift our lens from fear to awareness and remember that light always wins and love overpowers hatred. It's a hard call to action, and I know that that it is, but it is the reason we're all here right now.